You know, sometimes I don't know if it's the algorithms or this is actually the way people think, but I feel like my social media experience is actually tailoring my bitterness at this point. Like the double standards are beyond hypocrisy at this juncture. I'm going to give you guys two separate stories and then I'm going to bring them full circle. So just buckle up because this one, I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible, but you got to work with me here. All right. So I don't know how many of you are acclimated with the story about the guy who sued the Facebook group, Are We Dating the Same Guy, Chicago. He named 37 women in a lawsuit of defamation of character, right? And the same men I see online talking about those women got what they deserved, that'll teach them a lesson, this isn't Yelp, you don't leave a review, are the exact same men I often see posting about female accountability. When are women going to hold other women accountable? The reason that I bring this up is because everybody is stating that these women deserve to be sued, but everybody's missing the bigger picture here. 37 women collectively shared the same miserable experience that is dating this man. Women have literally created an entire network to vet men specifically because they lie, cheat, and abuse women so frequently that we have to vet men before even going on dates with them. And everybody wants to say that this man is a victim of these women talking about him, but how is he a victim if what they're saying is true? Granted, people don't deserve Yelp reviews, but that is legitimately a reputation that you have created. Is accountability not taking responsibility for the consequences that come with the circumstances you created? Over the past several years, you have been on 37 dates that we know of, and all of them were bad? Now, if you'll recall at the beginning of this, I said there were two posts I wanted to discuss. The second one is wild, right? I'm scrolling the internet. I see a video. It's a man and he's like, when are women going to hold other women accountable? And the woman who is interviewing him inquires, well, specifically, what do you mean? Give me an example of how women don't hold each other accountable. He says, well, you guys believe a man's lie. You believe his representative. Where do you say to your friend that these are the red flags? Where do you and your friends vet the man? So let me just get this straight. Women need to hold each other accountable for believing the lies that men tell or the fake representatives that they put forward. Not men need to hold other men accountable for telling lies. Not men need to stop telling lies. Women need to hold each other accountable for believing the lies that men tell. I'm sorry. What? Like, is this really where we're at? And then when we create a community specifically designed to vet men and their lies, these men are a victim of them. We're objectifying them by essentially leaving Yelp reviews on their dating experience and getting sued for defamation of character. So you guys can't have it both ways. It's going to be a tough pill for some single men to swallow who aren't accustomed to listening to women. But I need you guys to understand that I'm not a man basher. I have a lot of men that I love dearly, and more often than not, the men that I date don't show up in groups like this or subscribe to this ideology. Statistics aren't man bashing though, and statistically speaking, men are more likely to die alone, as in completely alone. No platonic friendships there to the bitter and ugly end. No family members, not even their own children coming to check on them. Women are outpacing men in home ownership and education. So we no longer have this need to survive in society by who we attach ourselves to in marriage. If you want to find a partner, you have to be a desirable partner. And seeing as though we're outpacing you emotionally and financially and within our class and our standing in society, you can no longer implement these double standards, these delusions, this cognitive dissonance, and think that we are going to keep dating you because we're afraid of dying alone. That's absurd. And please just understand my intention here. I'm not an extreme feminist, okay? I'm a traditional feminist and I believe in legal equalities. I have no grand illusions about us being equally yoked in way of a cage fight. I believe in safe spaces for women. I believe in gender roles as they're practical and they make sense, but we're not talking about how to divvy up the housework or who's taking leadership. We're simply talking about women protecting themselves from men who have a reputation of hurting women. And the wildest part about it is a lot of these men who are actively participating in creating a horrible reputation for themselves are the same ones who subscribe to this popular rhetoric that women are 304s. That a woman's value is contingent upon her body count or her reputation, for that matter, how she presents herself online, if she has a social media presence at all. These are all things that you guys use to leverage depreciating a woman's value as if a human being's value is even quantifiable. You should be basing love off of connection and chemistry, but you want to hold women to a standard that you don't uphold. You have a terrible reputation. You have multiple women attesting to how fucking horrible you are. And rather than implement any type of self-reflection, you play the fucking victim. That is, by definition, dodging accountability. And here's the thing that I genuinely want you guys to take away from this. Accountability is not contingent upon gender. It is merely just a word. Anybody can take accountability. So stop pushing this narrative that when are women going to take accountability, because delusion is by far rampant in this society for men and women alike. If men decided to create a group, Are We Dating the Same Woman Chicago? I wouldn't take offense to that. And I will say this, I don't lack humanity. I very much understand that seeing 37 women openly discuss your transgressions in a public group that has, I don't know, 80, 100,000 followers is probably humiliating. I would have a knee-jerk reaction to want to seek retribution as well. But after the dust settled, at some point I would take it upon myself to measure, why are so many people saying the exact same thing about me? I have not always been a good human being. I'm probably still going to make mistakes in my life, so please understand this is not me bashing, dude. I'm just saying I'm fucking sick of the narrative. I'm sick of you guys furthering the gender war. I'm sick of seeing extremists. I'm sick of the fucking rhetoric. If you want to talk accountability, take gender out of the fucking conversation already.